And this one here was the best sale of the month, hands down. Picked it up for $5 at a yard sale and sold it for $300 overnight. What's up, YouTube family? My name is Justin. Welcome to Make Money Flippin'. If you're new to the channel, I was a new dad. My baby was 1 month old and I lost my full-time job. And I started DoorDash and Grubhub and doing whatever I could to make ends meet, and then kind of started selling on eBay. And if you don't know how everything got started, my wife said I couldn't use any money from our account, so I just started selling stuff around the house. Took that money, reinvested it back into the business, and just kept reinvesting the money. And now I have sold 170 something items and have 300 items listed, and all of that started with zero money. So if I can do it, you could do it too. Today I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that I sold, maybe give you some bolos. Check it out. What's going on, YouTube? Here it is. 16 things that sold in the past couple weeks. Starting with this vintage Polaroid Spectra system camera. It had a nice little neck strap. It also had the hand strap that goes along the side. I actually thought this was going to go for a lot more money, but I sold it for 20 bucks. But it did sell pretty quick. Within I would say 2 or 3 days of posting it, it sold. So I would say that did pretty well. Next up, this is, I got these from the bins. It was my wife that had the eagle eye the one time that she came to the bins with me. I mean, I've only been to the bins 3 times. That place is a zoo. But I got these Rydell Model 121 women figure skates. There was a couple reasons why they probably weren't picked up at the bins. One, because figure skates are really heavy. But 2, there's like that big nick on the front. If you look at it, there's like a nick on the front, and it really digs into the leather. But I still got $30 for these plus shipping. Everything is plus shipping unless I tell you. Next up are these Michael Kors Shearling Winter Booties. I actually got these. I went and picked up a big box of cake pans that I saw at a yard sale on the sign. That's one of the reasons I went to the sale, because I saw a huge box of cake pans. And right across the street there was this little old lady who had like a blanket. Like this one lady had like her whole yard, tons of stuff, and this lady just had a little blanket, and on the blanket was probably 10 or 20 things. And one of them with this like brand new Michael Kors shoes. She said she never wore them outside. She said she wore them around the house once, just to see how they would feel, but she never wore them outside. So I sold them new without box. If you looked at them, they looked brand new. Got $99.99 for these. Next up, this is a retail arbitrage thing that I wish I could have gotten a lot more of, but for some reason it was only available in like one of the Walmarts. But these are Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotics, and I think the reason that these were on sale is because they're changing the container that they're in. That container's got this weird, like almost like oblong, football-y type shape, and now the new ones are perfectly like rectangles. I'm sure they stack better, and ship better. But anyway, these were great. I picked them up for $10 a piece, and been selling them off for $29 or $39 or $49, depending on what size they are. As you'll see right here, this one was actually in the square case. I don't know why this one was on sale, but this one was 12 bucks instead of being $10. But again, look at this, $42.99. They cost like $3-4 bucks to ship. So I even make $1 or $2 on shipping, because they usually get charged about $5 to ship. These I thought would be a lot better than they were. Football season was coming. I went to Ross. I saw a bunch of football gloves for sale, so I bought them. I think I got 4 or 5 pair. I've sold 2 of them already, but I thought they'd go for like 30-40 bucks. But I got them for about $4 or $5 a pair, and been selling them for $19.99 a piece. The other ones I actually sold for $24.99. They were a little different. These $19.99, not too bad. Next up, I always pick up whenever I see new in-box stuff at yard sales for $1 or cheaper. Like, I buy it. I don't even look it up. I don't do comps. But something that I always buy too is car stuff, like car wax, car cleaners, people are really picky about what they use on their car, and if something is like discontinued or runs out, they'll spend money to get the stuff that they want. This wasn't one of those things, but I picked this up for $1 and I sold it for 10. It did sell within a week of me listing it as well. All right, there's another another Dr. Scholl's 310. This one I sold for $24.99. This one here I picked up at a yard sale. I actually went back for a second round because there was so much stuff and I couldn't look everything up while I was there, so I looked up a bunch of things. This was one of the things that I looked up, and I got this for $5. It's a 1976 bicentennial plate. It had certificate of authenticity. It actually still had the receipt from when they purchased it in 1976 from the cash register, which I thought was pretty cool. That took a little while to sell, I'd say a month and a half, but I got $79.99 for that. And that one was free shipping, which cost, I think, about $6 to ship. Alright, next up is one of those Wilton cake pans. I just wanted to throw one of these in there. I've been selling a bunch of these as of late. I think I only got 3 or 4 left, and I had probably about 15 of them when I first started. I've been selling them anywhere from $9.99 to $19.99 depending on the model. This one was just some flour cake pan. I just added a bunch of keywords to it, like see vibe, retro, hippie, daisy, whatever. It sold. This I can't believe sold. This was in the bins. It's a porcelain doll. It's probably about yay tall, and it was still brand new with the certificate of authenticity. The box was a little bit beat up, but the doll wasn't somehow in the bins. It was getting tossed around and somehow didn't get beat up. And it took probably 2 months to sell, but I got $39.99 for that, and it probably cost me about $2-3 at the bins. Porcelain dolls. Anything that's, like I said, is brand new like that, I love brand new things. Here comes something I've been selling a lot of lately. This is probably the 6th or 7th one that I've sold in the past 2 weeks. A graduation cap and gown. I picked these up on the Public Surplus auction on the app Public Surplus. If you're not using it, you're silly. Check it out, Public Surplus. I got 2 boxes, 1 box full of caps, and 1 box was half caps and gowns, and the other half was caps. So I have a box and a half of caps and a box of caps and gowns. I got them for $4 total, and I've been selling them for $19.99 a piece. I've made easily $150 on this deal, and I have a lot left. Next up, this is one of the things that I stole from my dad's house when I went to visit him. If you haven't seen that one, you can check out the videos in the playlist. It's when I went to my dad's house. He had a bunch of stuff that he was still new in the box. This was one of the things. It was binoculars. $30, quick, easy sale, sold within a week of me posting it. This sold within 2 weeks of me posting it. It is again, one of the things that was at a yard sale. It was new in a box, cost $3. Coffee, anything. People love their coffee, and they always want it. So if this is something that they can have at their job, nice and cheap, they'll get it. So this one here, $3, turned it into $28.99. These I always pick up. I don't even look at the price comps, but if you get these massagers that plug in, and if they got heat with them and pre-programmed, then you go in for even more money. This one was one right in the middle. It's the middle to higher end. It was a Brookstone. It had the 15 speeds, had pre-programmed, and these big modules that you can kind of really dig into. Sold it for $59.99, again, within 2 weeks of me posting it. And this one here was the best sale of the month, hands down. Picked it up for $5 at a yard sale and sold it for $300 overnight. Probably could have easily gotten $400 if I waited a week. But I wanted the quick flip. I wanted the money for yard sales. Check it out right here. New in box with the damaged box on the outside. If you'll check out a video I posted earlier, you could see the box. I think it was yesterday's or the day before video. You could see the box is sitting on my bed and has this little hole in it, but it's new in box, sold within hours of being listed. $297 plus $15 shipping. Really easy to ship. And love those flips. $5 into 300 bucks. So there's 16 things that sold within the past 2 or 3 weeks on my eBay store. If you want to check out my eBay store, the links are in my link tree down below. So is my Instagram and playlists. I also always post the reseller that I'm binge watching right now. It's a girl named Valamilk. She's so innocently awkward on camera, and I love it. She's not your average like YouTube girl. She's very real, very raw, and doesn't take herself too seriously. Check her out. Links down below. All right, hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do 30 days in a row of videos and see what happens. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Go make money flipping.